I'm Heather from Heather Handmade, and today we're going to talk about how to sew clothing that you will love instead of making clothing that never gets worn. Please like this video and follow my page for everything sewing. Let's get started. So I have been sewing clothing for myself for about 10 years, maybe like 5. More dedicated sewing. My goal is to have a handmade wardrobe, but it's taking me more than 5 years. But I like to go slow and make sure I make things that I love. And the problem is when I first started, I was making things and then I wasn't wearing them. And I couldn't figure out why. And I was so frustrated that I was putting all this time into sewing and then it just wasn't working out and I wasn't loving what I was doing. So, do you have unworn clothing in your closet that you have made and you're not wearing? Let's talk about it today so we can fix it and it won't be a problem in the future. There are 5 things we're going to go over today about how to sew clothing you'll love. 1, figure out your style. For some people, it's really easy and you know what your style is and you can figure it out. Like, it's not hard for you. For me, like, I wanted all the styles and I wanted all the colors and I wanted all the lifestyles. I just thought I had to do all of it. And so I was trying to make all of it and it wasn't coordinating and I didn't love it all. And it was really frustrating. So I used the Wardrobe Architect series by Colette. They make patterns, but they have a Wardrobe Architect series which walks you through your style. And it's not just like, oh, which ones do you like? Are you preppy or blah, blah, blah. It's like, what do you want to feel like when you wear? What do you want to portray when you wear? What silhouettes do you like to wear? Like individually, these shirts, which one do you like? These pants. You know, it goes through all of these different things to help you pinpoint your style. And sometimes it's even just the feeling of an image that is your style. And so I did that 5 years ago and it put me in the right direction, and I make less mistakes now after doing it. I still make mistakes because I'm attracted to everything and I want to make everything, but I'm getting better. And I think it's really important to think about your lifestyle. Like, do you work? Do you work at home? Do you work in the office where you have to wear dressy clothes? Do you work but you're a teacher and you have to be up and down and you're really busy and kids are messy? Really think about your lifestyle and make things that work for your lifestyle, because then you'll wear it. And then plan your wardrobe. There are lots of different wardrobe planning, wardrobe planners that you can do. A lot of people like doing a capsule wardrobe. You can do the Free Notion has a Sudoku wardrobe thing where you put things in and you have to make it work all the ways. I find for me, what I love the best is I created a free printable called the Handmade Wardrobe Planner. And that is great because it helps you think about what's already in your closet and then make something that works in your closet, like silhouette, color, lifestyle, all of those things. It helps you think about it when you're planning it out instead of making something as a standalone. It's kind of an orphan and then it never has something to go with. It's an orphan and it's unworn in your closet. And I know some people just kind of like to make stuff on a whim and do whatever they want. And I think at the beginning you should do that, because if you are learning to love sewing, just make whatever you want, because that will help you love sewing. If you want a wardrobe that works together and you like it, you have to plan or it won't work. I know that's so tricky and it's so hard, but plan. It's really important to plan. So then you don't make orphans. When I plan, I think about how my lifestyle, my style, the pattern, and the fabric all work together. There's lots of things to think about, but you want to make sure all those go together and then it works with things in your closet already. So learn a lot about fabrics, learn a lot about the pattern, and learn a lot about the silhouette and the style so it all works together. Before you get started, you have to make a muslin. If you've never made a muslin, there are tons of YouTube tutorials about how to make a muslin. It's important to make a muslin because you don't want to cut into your fancy fabric. your expensive fabric that's really nice, and then you make it and it doesn't fit you. If you just do a simple muslin with almost no details, it's just like the outer shell to figure out how it fits, you'll see if it fits, and you can do pattern alterations before you cut into your nice fabric. Okay, lastly, sew slowly. Try not to speed it up. When I was sewing more than 5 years ago, it was always like, can I make this in an hour? I need to have tons of stuff in my wardrobe, so I need to make tons of stuff really fast and not think about it, just get it all done and have it real cheap. So I didn't wear it because it didn't have nice details. I didn't slow. I didn't check the fit. It's really good if you can sew slow and do it correctly. Check it while you're sewing it so that you'll like it. And if you go fast, you'll probably make mistakes. If you sew fast, you're more likely to make mistakes. If you sew when you're really tired, you're more likely to make mistakes. So slow sewing is really hard when you have hardly anything handmade in your wardrobe and your goal is to have a handmade wardrobe. It's hard because you want to fill that up really fast. But if you go fast, you're going to make mistakes and you won't fit it and you won't do a muslin. Sew slowly and enjoy the process so that you'll have well-made garments that you love wearing at the end of the day, and everything about it is what you love. One, figure out your style. 2, plan your wardrobe. 3, plan your project very carefully. 4, make a muslin. And 5, slow sewing. I want to know, are you really good at making clothes that you wear, or do you make mistakes and then they never get worn? Will you tell me in the comments? I have made every mistake and I've made tons of things that I never wear. I am much better at wearing what I make now, but I have to learn to say no to patterns and say yes to only certain fabrics, certain silhouettes, something that I know I'll love, instead of trying to force myself to like something else. And then I love what I make, and then I love what I wear. Have a great day.